Hi guys, I just thought I'd do a fifth Sprite tutorial just because I found a bit more info out. So basically in the Sprite editor Sped, he's now got a version 1.02 which is his latest. What I'm going to show you now will work I think anywhere and including version 1.00. 01, but just grab his latest one. It's great. He's doing a fantastic job. So I'm just going to explain a few things. You can move between your frames here. So I'm going to go to a new frame. I'm just converting all my old images to new images so that the code's a lot simpler. And I'm just going to run through how I do that. So we end up getting an alpha value as well. So we go to across to a new frame. We can go to alpha load. My old one is a format 1. This is what I'm loading in. I only want one frame. Enter file name. Now here also I've realised you can enter the path as well as the file name, so there's no need for swapping images like I told you before on the previous videos. Swapping images between folders is no need anymore. Just type in the path. B images. Now then, what did I want to call it? I'm going to load in bomb. Up, down, 2, dot, red, green, blue. There we are. It's the last one I haven't converted, so I just thought I'd show you how I'm converting it. You can keep the black if you want and make that the alpha. So the transparent is the T key. If you press T, you see the cursor there. The cross goes on that, but that means anything that is that colour will have the alpha value of 0. So obviously at the minute this image is set up for really black. So it's set up for, if you scroll across to the colours, you can press T. That's how it's set up at the minute really. But we don't want to obviously use black, so I'm just going to use a colour that I don't use. Ooh. Are you sure? What did I press there? No. Right, okay, so we want to scroll across to the colour that we're using as the alpha value. Press T. And then if you press // that is the flood fill. Let's put my teeth in. And on this image obviously there's not a lot to do, so that's all going to be alpha, and then that gives us back the black that I couldn't use before because it was just set as the in my previous code. So now if we use the AMD, actually I have got some shortcuts set, so number 1 is black and number 2 is the alpha. So if I go to my black now, and I can use the flood fill again on these, and it's just a matter of filling all this outline because I had to make that grey, like I said, because I couldn't have black. So I'll just go round, won't take me long. There is a frame function and everything on this as well, which, oh, undo, where's that to you? Thank goodness. Fill. You see, it's very easy to use. A few functions I still don't know how to use, like the frame. I don't know how it would output the frames on multiple frames and things like that. Right, so now I've done that, I just want to save that as my new up-down image number 2. So I'll go to V, and this time I'm going to pick format 2, red, green, blue, alpha 8. So 2, enter. Multiple frames, no, I'm only working with this one at the minute. Enter. Enter file name, same again. You can just put the path and obviously the file name. So I'll go B images, and we'll call this one A for alpha, bomb, up, down 2, dot, red, green, blue. Still call it red, green, dot RGB. Don't put an A on the end, it doesn't work. Sorry if that's obvious, but I'm a noob at all this, like the title says. Then just press enter. And we should have now all the images. So if I come back to the code, actually in that folder then, I should have now all of the images, including A, bomb, up, down, 2. That's what I've just created. So I've renamed them all A, and these will all be in the repository anyway for you to download. So if I go to, I can close that. If I go back to the code, before we didn't really know what this bottom bit was doing. Well now, if we load in these new files that have got the alpha in there as well, A bomb R1, A bomb, I've done all this and I tested it and just left the last image to be able to do on camera for you guys. So I just need to change that to the 2. Everything else is identical. Then down the bottom simplifies this no end. So what we do is we change this from a 3 to a 4, because now we've got 4 values, not just the 3. We step through that array of what, that's still the same size array, and that makes more sense now. So 1024 is 16 times 16, and then times 4 for the 1 will be for the red, 2 bytes, then 2 bytes for the green, then the blue, and then the alpha. And if you do that little sum, it adds up to 1024, hence the size of that array. So we're back down. So change that to a 4 now, because we've got 4 things to step through. We step through it 4 times. I've changed all this. So now it's just as simple as we are querying what is in this location of memory, basically, and then looping through it for the whole of the array. And then just simply at the bottom, this VDU, it's not a VDU statement as such. As somebody's explained to me, we're actually still in this VDU 23, 27, 21. There's the width and the height. Then this is the information for the colours. This is just like a print statement. It's just sending to the VDU, it's sending that value, that value, that value, and that value. It's as simple as that. So I've just put in a little bit more of the comments to try and make that as simple as possible. And it all makes a lot more sense now. No voodoo at last. And that was all basically down to being able to convert these images with the alpha in there as well, instead of having to do that. It obviously still worked, but it did mess about, especially when I wanted to use black as the outline and things like that. Now we can do it absolutely tickety-boo. So I'm just going to run this just to show you. Oh, we best save it. Hope it works. So I'll finish with this. I'll close that down. Close that down. 85, we've just done that. So start the emulator. Mode 8. CD. Oh. CDB. Load demo 08 sprites 5.bus. Now if we run that, we get exactly the same, but now we've got a nice defined black outer pixel. Everything's working really smooth. It's obviously just the same code. but now we're getting that nice black outline as well, and I think that looks a lot better, and it clears the code up. Like I say, we now know what it's doing. Thanks to Robo Geek and others that have helped me through this code, we can now put this one to bed on Sprites. I think it's all explained throughout. Catch you in the next one. Thank you.